On May 18th, Ukrainian film director Serhiy Loznitsa was awarded the prize for Best Director in the section Un certain regard at the Cannes Film Festival in France. This was the first time that this prize was awarded to a Ukrainian director. Loznitsa received the award for his film Donbass, an absurdist study of the Russian hybrid war in eastern Ukraine. In his acceptance speech, Loznitsa spoke out against Russia's imprisonment of Ukrainian filmmaker Oleh Sentsov. Unfortunately, as the world hails the artistic success of Ukrainian film director Loznitsa, in Russia, Ukrainian film director Sentsov, as well as dozens of other Ukrainian political prisoners, are being deprived of the most basic human rights. Sentsov was arrested in May 2014 in his native Crimea, after this region had been militarily invaded by Russia. In August 2015, on the basis of trumped-up charges of plotting terrorist acts, Sentsov was sentenced by a Russian kangaroo court to 20 years in prison. On May 14, 2018, Sentsov, in his Russian prison, began an indefinite hunger strike, demanding that Russia free all of the Ukrainian political prisoners that it holds. Currently, there are a minimum of 64 Ukrainian political prisoners unlawfully incarcerated by the Russian regime in Russia and the Crimea.
Он перестал верить на свое освобождение, и этой голодовкой он пытается приблизить освобождение других политзаключенных. Не просто так голодовку он объявил перед чемпионатом мира.
Oleh Sentsov has made it clear that he is prepared to continue his hunger strike, quote-unquote, to the end. A similar hunger strike is being undertaken by another Ukrainian political prisoner, Volodymyr Balukh. Balukh, a Crimean farmer and Ukrainian patriot who hoisted a Ukrainian flag on his house after Russia's annexation of the Crimea, was arrested in December 2016 on the trumped-up charges of possessing ammunition. Balukh has been on a hunger strike since March 19, 2018, and he too has expressed his determination to continue his hunger strike, quote-unquote, to the end. On day 25 of his hunger strike, he started eating a very small amount of dry bread and drinking water from boiled oats, so that prison authorities would not try to force-feed him. According to his lawyer and human rights activists, Balukh's health has seriously deteriorated, as his hunger strike is now nearing day 70.
Ті, хто його бачив, відмічають, що руки, кісті рук, вони синього кольору. Скоріше за все, це говорить про те, що почались проблеми з кровообігом і судинами.
Perhaps the frustrating case of former political prisoner Nadia Savchenko has desensitized some people to the causes of Ukrainian political prisoners. Savchenko went on a hunger strike for similar noble reasons when she was jailed in a Russian prison. And after she was set free, her life took a bizarre downward turn, which left many of her supporters disillusioned and questioning the truth of her stated experience. However, Volodymyr Balukh and Oleh Sentsov are clearly in dire straits. Recently in Toronto, Mustafa Dzhemiliev, the current leader of the Crimean Tatar nation and a former political prisoner, commented on the hunger strikes of Balukh and Sentsov. Dzhemiliev himself had once been on a long hunger strike during his political imprisonment in the Soviet Union. He pointed out that at that time, the Soviet system required prison authorities to force-feed prisoners who were on a hunger strike once those prisoners would begin to, quote-unquote, smell of death. The current Russian penal system does not have such requirements, so the lives of Balukh and Sentsov are truly on the line. Russian penal authorities, in order to save face on the world stage, may try to declare the men mentally unsound. This would be followed by their institutionalization and likely an attempt to force-feed them. But this is hardly a guarantee of their survival. Such an action would merely be a PR move on the part of Russia. Let us not forget, Ukrainian political prisoners in Russian custody are at the same time being terrorized and tortured. Recently, in an expression of support for Oleh Sentsov and other Ukrainian political prisoners, Ukrainian actors, including the stars of the award-winning film Kyborghi, The Cyborgs, staged a street demonstration and performance in front of the Russian embassy in Kyiv. The performance was based on the stories of the 2014 arrests of Oleh Sentsov, Alexander Kolchenko, and Hennady Afanasyev. Such actions are very important because they draw much-needed public attention to the plight of Ukrainian political prisoners held by Russia. I'm Tania Stech, and this was Ukraine in the News.
Канал 1+1 тепер доступний на Bell International Programming.